Sarah, and I am now an aspiring bikini competitor. I'm a mom of 4. My youngest child is 2 years old, and my other 3 are 4, 6, and 8. So I've got a lot of kids. I've had a lot of pregnancies, and I am ready to see what my body can do other than have babies. So I think I'm about 20 weeks out. I'll have to double check, and I'll put the actual number of weeks on screen. But I wanted to start vlogging my experience as a competitor and what it's like, because I thoroughly enjoy seeing other mom competitors out there and like what their daily life is. Not that I don't enjoy all of the younger competitors. I love that for them, and I love that that's their lifestyle, and I really enjoy the content, but I just don't resonate. It doesn't resonate with me because my day is not the same as their day. And so I thought I would put my own content out there. Yeah. So it is now 9:17 p.m. on a Thursday. We had a very long day full of, it was a hectic day. I'll talk more about that later probably, but it was a hectic day, and so this is the time that I am able to get to the gym, and I'm not willing to miss a day because I've already had a day off this week. So yeah, my weeks roll over on Mondays. So my Mondays are my check-ins, and so I will input my check-in from this week at some point in this video. And actually, do you know what? I don't think I will, because my check-in was not great. Welcome to the channel. I hadn't pooped like all last week, and so I gained like 3 pounds. I was at my lowest the week before, my lowest weight and lowest body fat percentage, and then digestion was awful. Started slowing way down, and so I didn't poop, and then I gained like 4 pounds, and I was very bloated, and my pictures were not great. My check-in was not great, but my coach kept everything the same this week, because last week I had stepped up my cardio. So right now I am at 4 cardio sessions a week at 40 minutes, and then I've got an additional 2 HIIT workouts. They're just like 8 minutes, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, or something like that. Plus my 5 days of lifting. So all of that is the same, and so are my macros. My current macros are I'm at like 1889 calories, I think, and I'll put them on screen. So that's still the same. It still feels like kind of a lot of food at this point. I know it's going to get way lower. So yeah, I'm headed to the gym. It's legs, quads and quads and hams. I don't know, legs. It's my second leg day of the week. I'll bring you along with me since I don't have any kids usually. I bring all of my kids to the gym with me, and I'm sure you'll see further on in this series there will be kids in most of my gym content, because I have 4 kids, and we live in a rural area, and so the gym does not have childcare. It also doesn't have too many members at this point, and with me being a stay-at-home mom and a homeschooling mom, we kind of have freedom to come whenever we want. And so there's usually no one there whenever we come, and so there's kids everywhere, all in the gym. But tonight there will not be. Hopefully it's just me, although I'm not super pumped about being there alone in the dark. Okay, well, I'm almost there, and I will bring you along. Okay, made it to the gym. Here we are. Good old CrossFit gym on this side. And then, well, if the light would turn on, please. Oh, thank goodness, there it is. And then not so CrossFit over here. Here's the little gym fit, little gym reaper. Already too hot. So today is officially 21 weeks out for my competition, and I have been in prep for about like 4 weeks, like tentatively. I've been working for many more, and I guess the last 2 weeks I haven't really hit my macros very well. Last night I gave myself a refeed on accident. I made shrimp fried rice for my family, and I ate it, and I know that it was way too much. It did not fit into my numbers. So I had a come to Jesus meeting with my coach, and she said officially, like, no more eating off plan. She made me a plan for a reason. Even if it fits my macros, it doesn't need to be eaten necessarily. So at this point, we are just gonna really dial in consistency on foods. So like no protein bars, or it's just so hard, like as a mom who is very busy, like just fitting food in. If I'm not like totally prepped for the whole day, it's very difficult to stay on top of things. So I'm just gonna have to get on it and just prepare. I'm just gonna have to get prepared. And so tomorrow is Easter, and we are gonna be having Easter at my mother-in-law's, and there's gonna be the whole family there. And it's going to be a lot of yummy food there. And so I've got to go into today knowing that I am prepping for this weekend. I just finished my 8-minute HIIT workout, my core workout, and then 40 minutes of cardio. And it is now 6:52. It stormed last night, and so all the kids ended up in our bed by 4:30. And so I've been up since then. Hopefully they're still asleep. So it's just me and Rolo and Malcolm down here right now. The cardio I do at my house is just my janky elliptical with my husband's weighted vest. I don't know if there's anything worse than like your sweat on you cold after you have like cooled down and you're just like covered in like cold sweat. It's overstimulating. So I was planning on doing some posing, but with it being 7 o'clock and it just thundered like really loud, I'm thinking that maybe the kids are going to be awake. So I'm going to go upstairs and then get coffee going and start breakfast just so I'm not behind. I will check back in later this week. Happy Thursday. It is just about 7 o'clock. Just finished my fasted cardio this morning. As you can see, I'm all ready. My son woke up at the clickety crack of dawn whenever I was starting my cardio. And so it was a little bit harder today because I had to like continue to talk to him throughout the cardio instead of just like zoning in and getting it done. So that makes it feel a little bit harder. I don't know if my heart rate was any higher. But yeah, he likes to talk, and so he talks to me the whole time, which was sweet. It was sweet moments this morning. If you don't have one of these little like sweat or sauna jackets, you're missing out because you look so wet in it. Literally dripping. Oh.
is always like the not worst part. It's very satisfying. And now my son is shouting at me that I've got to go wipe his poopy butt. Okay, mom life. Okay, son's butt is wiped. Mom life. And now I think my daughter is up. But I just wanted to do a quick little check-in. Today is Thursday on my 20th. I think I'll be 20 weeks out on Saturday. So I'll be 20 weeks out on Saturday. And things are going good this week. Last week was Easter and we had family get-togethers and I had a little bit of a binging moment the night before Easter. It wasn't like a ton of food, but it was enough to make me feel really, really off. And this far out, I had been like locked in really pretty well. And then I had a conversation with my coach about locking in even further. And I feel like that like fricked me up mentally. And then on Easter, I chose to eat a meal with like the family at the Easter get together. And so I was feeling really gross going into check-ins on Monday, but I dropped weight and I dropped body fat. My digestion has been really slow. And so like it's kind of starting to line itself back out. It's been going on for like 3 weeks now. 2 weeks ago, I didn't poop for like a whole week, but it's lining out now. I'm on some new supplements. I could probably put them here if I am not feeling lazy whenever I'm editing this. But so that's getting lined out and I am around 137.8, I think, or 138, somewhere around there, maybe 136. I don't know. I'll check and then I'll put it right here too if I'm not feeling lazy. So check-ins are Monday. I am getting a new tattoo, my arm. I don't know how big it's gonna end up being. I kind of want the full sleeve, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hack a whole day. But on Saturday, so Thursday, 2 days from now, I'm gonna have not a naked arm anymore. And so I'm getting all of the training in I can do before then, because tomorrow we have to go to Little Rock. My daughter has a neurology appointment and an EEG. We have dealt with epilepsy since she was like 3. And so we're going to get that done. And so that's like a whole day ordeal because it's like 4-ish hours there, like 3-hour appointments at least, and then 4-ish hours back. So it's going to be a day. So I'm going to try and get all of my training and stuff crammed in, all my extra cardio. And then we'll have that tomorrow. And then I'll do cardio first thing in the morning before we leave for my tattoo. We do have to get childcare. I say get childcare. My kids are going to my sister's for the day on Saturday, and then my other kids are going to my mother-in-law, my in-laws' house on tomorrow while we're at the doctor's appointment. Literally just rambling. Sorry. I'm gonna hit legs today. I may film it. I may not, just depending on how my kids are handling the leg day because it's usually an ordeal. I lift with all 4 of my kids, I'm sure. I lift with all 4 of my kids with me. So leg day is a little bit more intensive and I need a little bit more, I need to be a little bit more efficient with my time. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to film it, but I'll try. Also, I am in my luteal phase right now. Yay me. Like literally probably hours away from starting my period. And so I'm starting to feel that fatigue like locking in already. So I'm going to be dealing with that probably through the next week. And I just need to like mentally prepare for like my body to feel like that this coming week. And we haven't upped cardio or dropped food any for at least 2 weeks now because my digestion has been weird. So my coach wanted to like let it sort itself out before we mess it up anymore. And with me being 20 weeks out still, there wasn't really any rush. So yeah, next week I'll probably be on my period and I'm not sure how strong I will be today during legs, but we'll get that whenever we get there. We'll cross that bridge whenever I get there. Okay, now to switch gears, we're gonna go do mom stuff. Gotta go make breakfast and get ready for homeschool and all of the things.